Hi everyone, Heather Reid here of Planner Protect, where we help you negotiate your next venue contract with confidence. Today we're continuing in the series about quadrants of cancellation, and we're looking specifically at quadrant 2, when the event host wants or needs to cancel their contract for their own reasons. And if you're unfamiliar with the quadrant concept that I've created, I would encourage you to go back to episode 103 where that is explained. But for today's video, I want to look specifically when the event host wants or needs to cancel for their own reasons. This may be something like the mandate of the event has changed significantly and it's just not feasible to hold the event. It may be that the event size has outgrown the facility that was contracted to host the event. It may be simply bad economic timing for the event. There's a number of reasons that an event host may want to cancel their own event. And I have to say that probably in 99% of contracts, you will find language that protects the venue if you should or want to cancel your event when there are no contractual breaches in effect. And as they should, we have entered as event hosts into a binding contract and we owe the property damages. But I want to give you 3 tips around negotiating the language of that clause in the contract. So the first thing I want you to look for is there a time frame or a sliding scale of damages? So in other words, the longer the time period that you give notice to the venue, the less damages that you should owe. So if you're canceling 18 months out, there's lots of time for that venue to prospect and sell your contract details. So guest rooms, meeting space, food and beverage events, etc. The closer you get to the event, obviously, the damages will increase because there's less opportunity for that venue to prospect and sell the equivalent features to another group. And so rightfully, you owe increasing damages. But I would encourage you to look to make sure that you're not at any point paying 100% of anticipated revenue to the venue, because that leads into my second point, which is to make sure that damages are based on profit replacement, that they're not based on revenue. In each stream of a venue's revenue base, there are profit margins that play into the calculation of the cost that you have agreed to. So in the case of guest rooms, there is a certain profit margin on those guest rooms that you are obligated to replace as cancellation damages, but you're not legally obligated to replace costs. And again, with food and beverage, there are certainly costs involved with ordering, with preparing, with serving, and with cleaning up that you shouldn't incur, but you absolutely owe the profit that was expected to be generated from your event. So that's the second piece. Are you being asked to pay damages based on profit replacement? And the third is, are you being asked to pay damages based on mitigated damages versus liquidated damages? And mitigated damages means that the venue has a contracted responsibility to help you minimize the harm or the damages that you owe. So in the case of a hotel property, is the venue willing to account for rebooked rooms? Are they willing to resell the rooms to another group and therefore allow you to be relieved of damages? Are they willing to resell the space? Are they willing to carry forward your deposits to a future event so you don't lose your deposits? All of those things that help us minimize our harm as event hosts need to be negotiated into the contract, because if the language of the cancellation clause is based on liquidated damages, there is no legal responsibility of the venue to help you minimize your harm. So you want to be sure you're negotiating based on mitigated damages. So those are 3 tips that I have for you. 1, a sliding scale, 2, based on profit, and 3, based on mitigated damages. If we can help you negotiate your next contract around cancellation, around any of the other 51 points on my checklist for a balanced, thorough contract, by all means reach out to me at plannerprotect.ca. You can sign up for our bi-weekly newsletters, these bi-weekly videos on YouTube, a 15-minute complimentary call. However I can serve you, I want to help. So reach out, and I look forward to seeing you next time.